Productions.
Hey, this is another solo episode of Hiking in the Snake Pit East Coast version. I gotta be honest with you guys, I have not put a whole lot of time and energy and effort into what it's gonna take to make this show successful, especially since being back home. Hold on, I'm on the stick now. But anyway, I do believe in the power of consistency, and I want to give you guys at least a brief episode today. I'm not hiking a mountain today. I'm hiking in Franklin Park, which is a large park that essentially borders a bunch of the inner city neighborhoods in Boston, Mattapan, Roxbury, Roslindale, Jamaica Plain. And I'm here. And to be honest with you, since doing the Prudential event last week, we just closed it out. I'm always looking for what's the next big goal in my life. What's the next thing? What do I go after? And all my goals are still pretty Los Angeles based right now. But if you were at the event or at some of our recent events in Boston, you know that my goal at some point is to come to back home and run for mayor and win. And so this is going to be a very long play in my life. But the reason I bring that up is because there's actually a mayoral race right now. And that race is regarding, here are the old bear cages. Let's take a look. Essentially, there's a zoo here, and this was the old side of the zoo. But anyway, there's a mayoral race here right now, and one of the big issues that Mayor Wu and Josh Kraft, Robert Kraft's son, who is running, there's a couple big issues. I'd say the three big ones based on what I've seen are this. One, affordable housing in Boston, which is also an issue in Los Angeles. Two, Melnia Cass and Mass Ave, what they call Meth Mile. There's a ton of junkies down there, and it's been like that our whole life. And three is actually what I'm staring at right now, which is White Stadium. Take a look. Take a look. It's a huge construction site now. Oh, they really fucking ripped a good piece of this thing down. Wow. Anyway, yeah, they really demolished this fucking thing. Take a look. So, look, I know this isn't the content you guys really want, but the reason I'm down here is because people are split on what to do about this area. Essentially, they're going to bring in a women's professional soccer team to play here. I think they're called the Boston Legacy. And so developers are pumped about building a stadium here in the middle of the city. But people within the city are like, this project is moving way too fast, and people locally don't want that. The Franklin Park's a big deal to people around here. This is from my understanding. Franklin Park is a big deal to residents in this area. It's like a staple of a lot of people's childhood, and it's where they come on the weekends to chill the fuck out. And they're like, we don't want to bring all this commerce and all this industry to what was once White Stadium. So my point is this. What do I think they should do? I don't really know yet. I do find politics incredibly fascinating. It's essentially it's the battle to make the right decision, which is essentially in my career, what I've done for 10 years now, is try your best to make a lot of decisions, learn from the wrong decisions, and make the right decision. I guess that's life, but I don't know. I think the older I get, the more I think I'm suited for politics. It's essentially what I've done for a very long time in my career. I've found a way to bring a lot of people together and have people get over their issues and coexist and get along. Admittedly, there's a lot of shit I still have to learn, and I'm not ready to move back to Boston yet full time and suffer through these winters. I still got to go out there and got to go do Marvel first. So this is all on the back burner, but at least just kind of be around it and figure out kind of what's going on. And so maybe this will serve as a document in 10, 15 years. right after our Prudential event. I was checking out what was going on in the city. There's a few reasons selfishly why I'd like to become mayor. One, I think it would just be a sick way to live life. Sick way to live life. Achieve all your dreams in LA, come back to your hometown and run for mayor and win. Legendary, right? Two, I do genuinely think my natural skill sets are, what's the word? They lend themselves to a position of power in politics. I get along with a lot of people. I understand people really well. I'm not one of these white guys who only understands white people. I get along with black people, Latino people, Asian people, you ask anybody. And Boston is a very eclectically diverse city. So that's two. And three, I think I can really make a positive impact here. I do. I think I can bring commerce here. I think I can make Boston sick again. But it all kind of comes down to the team I bring on. So what do I think they should do about White Stadium? Look, I didn't grow up in this fucking neighborhood. But do I think having a pro sports team in this area would help actually bolster a local economy? Yes. I've seen it happen. I'm seeing the aftermath of it in LA with SoFi Stadium. My barber's in Inglewood, and they get so much business through their doors because people are on their way to SoFi Stadium. They're a mile and a half away. Inglewood is a lot like a Roxbury, or was, at least to my understanding. Damn, I'm even sounding like a politician. Anyway, so this is White Stadium. It used to be this beautiful big structure, but now it's fucking nothing. But also, I think anytime you're gonna bring something new into a neighborhood, families who have been there for a long time are like, fuck that, we wanna preserve some of the legacy. So anyway, that's that. One thing I also learned last week is me and Gavin, who you guys saw in this podcast, we were at all the historical sites in Boston. And I was like, dude, I don't know fucking anything about this stuff right now. Like, I got a lot of shit I gotta learn. I know nothing about, like, the Revolutionary Trail, the Freedom Trail, Paul Revere's Ride. That's actually all very important to the city that I know nothing about. So, have to study. Anyway, look, this idea is all in the back burner to run, but I do like just being around it and seeing where I can kind of help. So, this is what's going on. We got a lot going on with our movie right now. I can't share too much. I should know our goals for our project coming up. But one nice thing about being back home, and this is more of a document for myself, is it's far easier to focus here on the small goals. Dude, those last few months in LA, I was burning the candle at every end. Like, I was throwing a party. I was training dudes every fucking morning. I was producing the movie. All my money I was making was going right back. I was driving a fucked up car. I was doing too much, so it's actually been very nice to come home and chill the fuck out. Ran out of footage. I'm really posting this. If I can deliver any value, if you see this today, don't quit, keep going. Here's to another 10 years of entrepreneurship, live from Franklin Park. I'm as handsome as ever. I'd love to get my bank account times a gajillion, but here's to 10 more years of hustling. All love. See you guys soon. We're doing this for the power of consistency, because when I get back to LA, I want to get the show back on track. Golden Deer Productions.